Cool.
Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming on the show.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's gonna be nice to talk with you for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I've been looking forward to it, and like I said, I apologize if the sound is low or high or the quality is not good because like I was telling you before we came on, I'm actually doing this from my workplace, so I have to use the cell phone instead of the laptop I usually use.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Thank you, man. So like the first thing I wanted to start out asking you is like who are some like bands or artists that inspired you to want to like start doing music, making songs?
I don't know. I'd say my biggest inspirations, definitely John Mayer for like guitar inspiration. Big producer influences of mine and like songwriters like Dayglow, Mac DeMarco, still Woozy is a huge influence. I like Steve Lacy for sure. Like I love those bedroom pop producer guys who kind of just like sit in their room and like mix and do everything themselves. They're like a huge influence.
Oh yeah.
I love like indie rock, like the Backseat Lovers and like Houndmouth, Mountjoy, kind of those guys, like little folky rock stuff. That's like my jam, you know? Those guys like really I've like pioneered my sound, I think.
All right, sweet. And was the first song you ever made Mine? Like the song Mine, is that the first song you made and put put it out for the world?
No, so I actually have the song called Dreamer that I put out before mine. That's the
Oh,
song,
okay.
that's the first song I put
Dreamer.
out on my own. I was in a band before called After Class, and we put out music before. That was like a duo thing. So Dreamer is like my first like solo thing that I put out. And it's kind of the first song I've written, but not really. I've technically like written other stuff before, but I've never finished a full song completely like that. And I started Dreamer like a really long time ago. So yeah, that's the first song I put out.
Oh wow. So like why did you want to make a Dreamer? Like why was that the song you chose to be like the first single?
The guitar riff really resonated with me a lot, and I really resonated with the message of the song because it's like I kind of just wanted to like follow my dreams. There's this quote that I love where it's like, it's better to fail at something that you love doing than to fail at something that you don't love doing because life isn't guaranteed anyways. Like you could go and study something and that you don't like because it'll make you money and then fail at that. And it's like, wow, if you fail at that, like what's even the point? So I was kind of going through a phase of like, I want to dream and just like get out of the city and just, experience what's possible and shoot for the stars. So that's kind of what I was aiming for with Dreamer, and it really resonated with me. And I got a great sound. I was really happy with how it turned out. And I was really listening to a lot of the Backseat Lovers at the time, which like
Oh,
really inspired like the sound of that record, which I'm really happy about.
oh, nice.
Nice.
And the song Mine, like what inspired you to want to write it and make it?
I was out in Nashville with two writers, producers, and we kind of just like I came up with this guitar riff because there was a song I was listening to that I loved, and it sounded a little similar to that. And I was like, and I came up with the guitar riff, and then my friend Kylie Mooney, she was like just singing like dun, dun, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And we were writing the lyrics stuff like that, and she kind of put that all together, and it kind of just came out, and it was really happy, and we were really loving how it sounds, and we were like, cool, this is a sick song, like let's put it out, and just get it going. And so that's kind of what we did with that. I think it's a sick, like, it's just a nice bop. It's not really my like indie like vibe and stuff like that, like coming like from me entirely, like how Dreamer was. So I think a
Yeah.
little bit of my audience was a little bit like, oh, this isn't like the Spencer sound that we know, but I think it's a really cool song. And I think the world, it's nice to be able to have that out in the world.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always good to like change your sound up a little bit. Like, you make one song that sounds a certain way, and then you make another song that's like a different sound than the first song you made. It's always good to keep fans on their toes and keep guessing like what kind of song is he going to come out with next? Like what kind of sound is he going to have?
Yeah. It's definitely a lot of fun to experiment with.
Oh, definitely. What did what did you like most about making the song Mine?
Wow, I just had so much fun like being in the studio um with Lucas the producer and Kylie Mooney like that like it was just so much fun just being with them being like cuz everything was just so fast and Lucas was just like putting up those drums real quick and like once we were in there and we had everything going and we started to like get the vocals down I was like wow this is sick and then like I had the bounce and I was showing it to all my friends like the audio file and they were like wow this is so cool you know like that was probably my favorite part was like just cooking it up initially. And then, afterwards I went back to New York and I added some more guitars, which was really cool. I think that like made the song. And like coming up with the solo on the spot was fun too. Like he just pressed record and was like, all right, go. And I was just like making stuff up, and that was a lot of fun recording the guitar solo for sure.
Nice. And is there anyone you would love to do a song with? Like, is there any band or artist you would love to do a song with?
There's tons of artists I'd love to do songs with. Um, Let me think. I mean, obviously, like huge superstars, I'd love to do songs with them, but I feel like that doesn't count because it's like, obviously, I'd love to do a song with Dayglow, but he doesn't do songs with anybody, and I'm not big enough. I guess somebody who's like in my realm that'd be cool to do a song with would be like, oh my gosh, is this guy's name is Shane something? He's really sick. I like Kevin Kramer too.
Okay.
He's cool. He's got like a similar indie rock sound. Um, yeah, I guess they would be cool to do a song with. They're sick. I really love their music.
Nice, nice. And you, besides singing, like you actually played the guitar and the drums.
Yeah.
So, and I was listening to your songs, and then I saw videos you were doing where you play both, and you sound like really, really good.
Oh, thanks,
And
man.
yeah, definitely. Which one came first? Was it the drums or was it the guitar?
I started playing drums 7 years ago. I want to say like 2016, big January of 2016. Started playing, and then well, technically the first instrument I ever played was clarinet.
Really?
Like middle school, yeah, but I'm terrible at clarinet. Like I don't, I have one, but I it's bad. That's why there's no clarinet in any of my songs. It's hard to get some indie rock clarinet solos going. It doesn't really work out so. Yeah, I started off with drums, and then I started playing guitar. Summer of I don't know. I have a note on there from my first ever like guitar teacher. He was like my counselor, and it has the date on there. I
Oh,
think it might
wow.
have been 2019 or something like that. 28, yeah, 2019, somewhere 2019, something like that. And I started. He was my camp counselor, and I was like, man, guitar looks cool. Like I always want to learn, but it's so hard. He's like, you could learn. I was like, no way, man. There's no way ever I could ever learn how to play guitar. And then I was like, okay, like whatever, dude. I'll just try it. And so I he showed me like some power chords, and he showed me like 3 open chords, and I was like, this is sick. And then he's like, you should go buy a guitar and teach yourself on YouTube. And I was like, oh, okay, sick. I can do that. I didn't know I could do that. And then I just taught myself on YouTube for like the first 2 years. I was pretty bad. I was
Really?
okay. It wasn't. It was okay. And then I was like, okay, I actually really like guitar. And I'd been taking drum lessons for a while, so I'd getting pretty good at
Oh,
drums.
wow.
And I was like, okay, I want to see if I can get a guitar teacher. So my drum teacher hooked me up with his friend who has a master's degree from like Manhattan School of Music. Insane guy, McAllis. This Greek dude. He's a god. And he just showed me like all this really great theory and kind of like I had technique, but I didn't really know what notes to play or where to play it and stuff like that. So he just showed me like all this great stuff like the modes, all these cool chords. He I made me understand intervals, and we did ear training, and like that really like got me like brushed up. And also as soon as we started taking lessons, like 2 months after, it was COVID, so he had to go back to Greece,
Oh,
and we were taking lessons
no.
online. But it was kind of perfect in a way because I was on school on Zoom, so I could just mute myself and mute everything and just play guitar all day sitting in my bed. I wouldn't have to leave my room except to go get food. I could just play. School would be over, and then I would just keep playing all day long. So I think there was like a 6 months in quarantine where I got really good. I was really motivated to practice a lot, and I started posting videos around that time. And people started to watch them, just like a couple people at a time, and I'd be like, "Wow,
Yeah.
this is sick! Like, if I could learn this riff, I bet people would watch this video." And then like that also like got me really motivated, and it kind of just like took off from there.
Oh, wow. All right. Nice. I- Is there any new music you have coming out? Like, is there a song you're working on?
Yeah, I got this song called Desert. It's coming out. I don't want to tease. I don't want to say the release date yet, but it's coming out. Okay, in a little while. But I just announced it today, so I'm really happy about that. It's
Oh,
sick.
man.
It's like it's not really the same vibe as Dreamer or mine, but
Okay.
it's very similar to Dreamer. It's like Dayglow bedroom pop vibe, but it's super indie and it's super
Nice.
sick. I'm so happy with it. It's like It's like the music I like. If me from 2 years ago saw that I was making a song like this, he would freak out. He'd be like, "No way!" So I'm really happy about that. Even me now, I'm still. When I listen to it, I'm like, "I made this? Are you serious?" And I'm like really happy with how it turned out. I'm really happy.
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to listening to it. I love your songs, Dreamer and Mine, and
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to listening to your new one.
yeah. Desert is gonna be a banger.
Okay. Now, did you sing the song in a desert, or is that just a?
No, it's more of like a metaphorical desert, but I will go to a desert at some point in time, and when I'm there, I'm undoubtedly singing the song in the desert. Yeah, it's just about like it uses the cliche of like, oh, water in the desert to kind of
Mhm.
describe like the one that got away almost, like I need
Oh,
you now,
okay,
you're like
yeah.
water in the desert is kind of the vibe of the song.
Oh wow, okay, okay, that's gonna be good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. And I'm a really big horror fan, and I saw you were part of Terrifier too.
Oh yeah, that's lit. Yeah.
And you played one of the kids in the scene, clown cat cafe.
Mhm.
And how was it like working on set for that film?
Oh, it was fun. It was cool. I was this guy basically told me, he's like, "Yo, you want to come up and like, pay $200 and you can come do this thing." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sick, whatever." I come up. It was cool. And actually, as we were filming, was the day everything shut down. It was like March 14th or 13th or whatever that day was.
Oh, you
And we were kind of all up
serious?
there, and we were like, "What? Like, what's going on? Like, is the world shutting down?" Like, because we were in the middle of like upstate New York, in the middle of nowhere. The nearest house was like a
No.
mile away. We're in the like, and so we're all kind of talking about it and whatever. And it was fun. It was a great time shooting. It was really cold, and it was tough at some points, but it was nice. And then I guess apparently I had signed somewhere that I wasn't getting paid, which was unfortunate. So I never got paid for that, which is a little sad.
Oh no,
It's
are you
it's
serious?
yeah. I don't really know what's good with that, to be honest. I haven't even seen the movie, to be honest. I was
Oh,
invited
okay.
to the premiere, and then I forgot to go, which was tragic. I was at my dad's house in New Jersey eating dinner, and then I was like, wait a minute, I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere. And then I was like, oh, I forgot to go. So that was a huge bummer. I was really sad about that. I really want to watch the movie and see what's good. But yeah, that's what's good with that. It was a lot of fun being there. I think I had just started playing. No, I had been playing guitar for a little bit at that point, but I didn't bring the
Okay.
guitar with me, so that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, if you ever get a chance, I don't know if you're a fan of horror movies or not, but if you
I
ever
like
get,
can't watch horror movies, to be honest. I like if I were to watch it, I'd have to skip to the end because I cannot watch horror movies at all. The
oh,
only horror movie I've ever seen, my friend was in it, and and it was like I don't even think I've seen it all the way through. I just skipped to the scenes that she was in because like I love and support her so much, and like
yeah.
all my friends, and I want to watch everything, but like literally I cannot sit through a horror movie. It's like I've sat through one in my life, and I regret it so much. I hated it. It wasn't
Oh
enjoyable. I was just
no.
sitting there. I was like jumping, and I get really visceral when I watch TV. Like I scream at the TV and stuff. So like horror movies are just not. They don't work for me.
So, so yeah, I don't recommend watching Terrifier to them
Like
because it is a really creepy film and a lot of blood and gore.
I'll skip to the scenes that are cool. I'll watch it like this.
When I watched that film, like the scene you were in, the girl that sings and plays the guitar about the clowns. When I watched that movie and saw that scene and her singing, like that called into my mind for a week. Like I was going around singing the Clown Cafe song like for like a week. I couldn't get that song out of my mind.
That's crazy. I don't even. Oh, I'd low key do. I feel like we sang on that one. I feel like I was singing on that one. I don't remember. I feel like I like mouthed the words. I don't think they actually recorded my voice. Yeah, that's cool.
And you also have a nice following on TikTok. And what video did you have like the most fun doing for TikTok?
Wow, the most fun doing? Oh my gosh. There was this one video where I smashed a guitar.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I got this guitar for free from Donner, and they sent it to me, and they
Okay.
paid me actually to like do an ad for the guitar, and I did it, and it totally blew up. And it was a great video, and they were really happy, and then like, and then Fender sent me a Strat, which is basically the knockoff guitar that Donner made, but like the actual version of it, a very nice guitar. My guitar rack was like full. My room was the size of a shoebox, and I had this guitar sitting in there, and like I guess I could have given it away, but it was such a like not a really great guitar that I wouldn't even want like somebody to have it. And I go to Berkeley and like everybody there has guitars. Like everybody's like I don't know. So I kind of just had this guitar sitting there and I was like, what should I do with it? And I'd always wanted to like there was this one guitar store that I love. They're called Bros Guitar and they made a video similar to that one. They were called it like the Bros Guitar like relic department and I was like, "Oh, like what if I made like the Spencer relic department?" And so I trolled a bunch of people and I hold up the guitar. Well, because I had told my friend that I was like, yeah, I'm open to smashing guitar for a video, but like I hadn't really thought about it. And then so
Okay.
he hits me up. This dude Gucci Pineapple. His name's Alden, and he's like, yo, like let's smash a guitar for this video. I'm like, okay. So we do his video. We smashed it. It was destroyed. And then I was like, okay, well now I already smashed it. I might as well smash it for my video. And so I went on the street and I was just like, yeah, welcome to my relic shop. Like just how you relic a guitar.
Oh my
And
God.
believe it or not, it still plays and I still use it despite all the haters. I got so much hate for that video. Cause
Wait,
I'm like, this
really?
is a American like Strat, whatever. Like I made a joke that it was like a $5,000 guitar. It was really like a $50 piece of crap, $100 piece of crap. And I slide it on the street, and I'm like, "That's how you relic a guitar." And all the comments are like, "If I see this guy on the street, I'm gonna jump him." I had like family friends messaging me, being like, "How dare you?" Like what?
No, are you
It's crazy.
serious?
Yeah, but like it was only like one person, but it was still like people were pretty upset for sure. They would have been like, "Why didn't you just give it away?" I'm like, "Okay, well, would you have seen the video if I would given it away?" Like, no,
Well,
bro.
yeah,
And it's
exactly.
but like and it's not. I don't know. There's something about like there's this famous art exhibit where it's this guy, a photographer, who takes a photo of this guy holding a vase and then the photo of the vase in midair and then it smashing. And he basically smashed the vase like this 500 year old like Ming Dynasty relic or something like that. And it
My
was
God.
for like the art of like people were getting mad and whatever. And it was like that's like the point of the piece or whatever. So I guess if you want to look at it from that angle, you could. Yeah, but I still play the guitar, I still,
Well, yeah,
and whenever I need a
exactly.
prop guitar to smash, I can smash that one, so it's fine. I still have it, and it's whatever. So yeah,
True.
that's my rationale.
And what video was the one that gave you your most fans? Like, is there a certain video that is has more followers than the rest of them?
I don't know. I didn't have like one video that totally blew up. I got a video that had I think like 2 million views, and
Oh,
it was my
damn, that's
most viewed
awesome.
video. But I don't know if that got me a lot of followers. It was just a meme video of just like um, me playing this Mac DeMarco song and like taking forever to play. Like, oh, it's like, oh, can you play a bar chord? And then it's like me taking forever to plug in the guitar and then like not playing a bar chord and like playing "Freaking Out the Neighborhood" was kind of a meme at the time, and it was like at the time it made sense and whatever. It's like an alright video, but I didn't get a ton of followers from that. I mean, maybe I did, but it was kind of just like me posting a lot and having like a lot of like pretty viral videos at the same time
Yeah.
that built a pretty consistent following, which I'm pretty happy about because it was I was able to get like more of like a consistent thing versus like everybody comes to this one video and then leaves and then I have like nobody cares.
Okay. And do you follow the trends too? Like, are you one of the people that like dancing on, doing the trend dances and all that?
It wasn't really for me to be honest. I think I mean, I was following the trends for a little while. I was trying to play the songs like people wanted to hear, but then I was kind of just like, I'm trying to make the transition of like being like a TikToker and like an Instagram like Reels guy into being like
Yeah.
an artist. So I'm trying to dial back on the videos of me like playing covers and stuff like that, and I'm trying to promote my
Okay.
original music. That's not to say that I'll never play a cover or whatever. Like I totally will. I love doing that. It's fun. But like it's the grind of like me trying to post a cover every day of like a song that is popular that people are listening to is like not really for me because it's like why would I do that to like get followers? It's like okay, like why do I want followers? Like what? Like do I want followers to follow me to post more covers? It's like no, I
Yeah.
want people to listen to my music. So if I
Well,
want
yeah.
that, I have to put that out there. So, I might take a little hit or whatever what's going on, but that's what I want to do, and I think it's the right move for me.
There you go. Okay. Nice. And what do you like doing during your free time when you're not writing songs and doing music?
Um, I consider like writing, I guess, my free time. I always just I literally play guitar all the time. If you know, like, if you ask any of my friends, they'll be like, when we're hanging out, I'll just be like, doom, beam, beam, ding, beam, while like having a conversation. But I go rock climbing all the time. Like, I just came from the rock climbing gym.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I love rock climbing. Like rock climbing and walking the dog and playing guitar is like my entire life, to be honest.
Oh, nice. I love it. I love it. Rock climbing is so much fun. Like I never went to an actual mountain and climbed it yet, but
Yeah,
the
that's the dream,
just
man.
going to the gyms and doing the rock climbing are fun.
Yeah, it's like bouldering. It's like rock climbing without a harness, and it's like lower problems, but like with a squishy mat. It's just a ton of fun. It's just a ton of fun.
It is. It is. It's a lot of fun. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
And like who's currently on your playlist now? Like who are you currently listening to?
Let me pull up the playlist actually to give you a real accurate answer. But I've been listening to a ton of Houndmouth. This one song Mackenzie. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. You have no idea. Okay, all right. I've been listening to Backseat Lovers, Little Tom Mish, Houndmouth, Mount Joy, Dayglow, Briston Maroney. I've been really into Briston Maroney, and then Leon Bridges. I'm really liking Leon Bridges. Some Daniel Caesar, some
Okay.
Eloise, Omar Apollo, Bon Iver. Love Bon Iver. Yeah, just stuff like that. Delwater Gap, like just some goofy stuff. But it's a lot of like indie music. Got some Mac DeMarco. Oh my gosh, Krugbin. I love Krugbin. They're so good. Derek Chuck's band. Yeah, dude, I've been listening to so much Krugbin. It's crazy. The whole Texas Sun and Texas Moon albums are amazing. There's this album they got called Ali, which is like instrumental music with this band. I'm gonna butcher the name. It's
Nice.
like View Farka Toure or whatever. I don't know. I'm just instrumental music is perfect for just like if you're like skateboarding around, you got your headphones on, you're like, doom, doom.
Nice. Is that something you do too? Skateboarding?
Yeah, I'm more of like a longboarder kind of guy. Like I
Oh,
like
really?
longboarding and like I have like electric skateboards, so like I just ride those around and stuff.
Oh my God, it's so awesome.
Yeah, that's how I used to get to school. I used to longboard to school every day.
Really?
I'm not like a skater guy where I'm like doing kick flips and ollies. Like I just can't. But longboarding, like totally, that's my mode of transportation.
Oh, wow. Nice, man. Nice. I like that. And if you were with friends doing karaoke, what would be your go-to song?
Mackenzie by Houndmouth.
Really? Yeah. Sweet, man.
Dude, either that or like Your Body's a Wonderland, just for the memes. I love that
Oh,
song.
yeah, yeah, that's a good song. I
It's
like that.
one love will make it. So good. All right. Sorry.
No, hey,
But if I'm
you're
with the boys and we're singing
lead
Mackenzie, like it's getting
singers.
so lit, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And is there a junk food that you like to eat the most?
I've been on the pretty healthy food wave, to be honest, but I don't know. The Smoke Shack, Shake Shack, it's always pretty solid. I
That
really love that. Junk food. I guess is that really junk food? Like kind of. Yeah. It's like. What do you mean? Do you mean like snacks? Like what are we defining as junk
like
food here?
yeah, like
Like fast
say
food.
like burgers or pizza or
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I love
something
pizza.
like
Obviously, I'm
that.
in New York. I mean, the Smoke Shack is, and like the Hot Ones burger used to be so fire. I used to eat that thing like every day, and then they discontinued it. Now I'm like, wow, never going back to Shake Shack. I eat Chipotle sometimes. I love Chipotle. It's great. Uh, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's like those are my favorite junk foods.
Nice. Yeah, I actually don't live far from you. I'm in Philly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got the cheesesteaks. Oh yeah.
Exactly. Philly's known for the cheap cheesesteaks, and there's certain shops that are like world known, but then there's like the whole in a wall shops that are better.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
The hole in the wall places, man. If you find like just a tiny place like in New York or anywhere that has like nobody in
yeah,
it, you go inside, like chances are it's fire. Like
I know, right?
you go to the right spots, yeah. You gotta sometimes you gotta take some hits and you go in some places and they're not so great, but if you can find like a tiny place, like a little shack, and yeah, you're golden. Like in Chinatown, it's
That's actually what I like going like if I go to a place I don't I'm visiting like a city or whatever I'm visiting, I always look for like the tiny places. Like, oh my god, okay, this little place here, they have to have some good food.
Yeah, yeah.
And is there an app that you like using the most? Like, is TikTok the app you like the most?
No, I've actually been trying to not be on social media as much recently. So I've been avoiding TikTok. Let's see. I can just tell you. I'll just be super transparent. I'm gonna swipe up and whatever's up there, I'll tell you exactly. All right, so oh no, this is not looking good. So it's so the first one's Instagram. The second,
Really?
oh man, I don't even want to be saying this. This is good. Whatever. The first one's Instagram. The second one is Hinge.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Hinge is ripping, dude. And then it's TikTok, and then weirdly, it's the weather app. It's gonna
The
be crazy.
weather app. But well, hey, you always have to know if it's gonna rain.
I guess they just want to know if I'm gonna go outside, you know? Because I usually at this time is like when I would walk the dog, and so if when I'm about to walk the dog, I check the weather. So maybe it's like
Oh yeah, of
it's just
course.
predicting.
There you go. Hey, I mean that's what I do every morning when I'm leaving for work. I'm like, all right, is it gonna rain? Do I need an umbrella? So yeah.
Yeah,
And what about gaming? Are you into video games at all?
I'm into the dumbest games ever. I play balloons battles too. I mean, I just watch people play balloons battles too on YouTube. I don't even play that much anymore, to be honest. Like the last game I played was probably a week ago. Um, I don't know. Sometimes
Okay.
I run like Pokemon emulators on my computer, but I don't really do that. I don't really play
Yes.
games. I like watch people play games. My favorite game, I guess, is like guitar. I just play guitar whenever I'm bored. Like seriously, I play so much guitar. Even like and I don't know what other games. I sometimes jump on Brawl Stars like once a month just to see what's good. I've been
Okay.
reading a lot recently too. So
Oh
that's
yeah. What kind of books you reading?
I mean not a lot. A lot is a stretch. I've been reading The Alchemist and I read a lot of poetry. I'm also reading this
Oh
book right now.
really?
It's right here. It's called Crush. It's like a brutal book. Jesus, this book is crazy. It's like poems about like anxiety and pain and
Oh
this
wow.
guy Richard Sykin he's like the goat. Yeah, it's a crazy book. But and then I also read this other book called The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. It's another poetry book. It's really beautiful.
Nice. Well, like that probably helps too, like for writing songs, like
I think it
especially if
does.
you
Yeah,
have writer's block, like and you read a poem and it helps you with the words, the lyrics, how to make the lyrics rhyme.
totally. My friend Millie, who I was in a band with before, she was always talking about how like she used to write poetry and like that helped with her lyrics. And I think her lyric writing is so cool. So I just have been have been trying to take that advice a little bit, and just read some poems and write some poetry and stuff. So I write some poetry and sometimes it makes it into my songs. So I'm really happy about that.
Okay, okay. And are you more like, if you had a choice, are you more of a beach guy or a camping guy?
I mean, just because of proximity, I'm a beach guy, but
Okay.
in my in my soul, I'm a camping guy. I
Oh, nice.
I want to take a
Okay.
road trip across the U.S. and just like live in like national parks for like a month and just camp out there. I just like don't really
Definitely.
have any camping gear and don't really know how to do that, but I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna do it because that's like my dream. I just want to be like I just want to be like with my rock climbing shoes and like have a cup of coffee like roasting and like
There you
campusing a
go.
wall and then like playing guitar and like looking out the view and just like taking deep breaths and looking at the birds and the fresh air and just all that stuff. That's my dream, man.
Yeah. No, that sounds really cool. Like I love that kind of stuff, going camping and hiking like that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, hiking and like climbing mountains and shit is like
Oh yeah, definitely.
like doing 14ers in Colorado would be like really cool. Definitely something I want to do.
Right, right.
I have this little guitar I could bring with me, get to the top, and then I just sit there and just like drink water and like play guitar and like write music and like some other people come up. I'm like, it's good, guys. How we doing? Just
Exactly, exactly.
man, I want to be there right now. Whatever. I'll be there soon.
Right? And it looks like you're in really really good shape. Like what do you do for working out? Do you
Rock
hit the
climbing,
gym?
man. Just rock climbing. That's
Oh
my. I go
really?
like 5 times a week, dude. Rock climbing like seriously gets you like jacked. It's crazy. Like it
Yeah,
really
yeah,
gets your
because
arms.
you're in really good shape.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, man. I think rock climbing is great. I think everybody should do rock climbing. It's like, it's just such a great sport because it just works out your muscles and stuff, but also like your mind, and it's a full body workout. And it's not much cardio, which is, I guess, whatever. But I mean, I get my cardio in other ways and stuff. It's just so great, and it's like problem solving,
Yeah,
and it's like you really know how your body works and how movement works and stuff like that, and like you really know how to leverage your own body weight, and like it gives you great balance and stuff. Also, opening pickle jars, like you're that guy. Absolutely, anybody needs a jar opened, you're like number one on the list, which is definitely solid.
so like when all your friends are want to open up a jar, they all come to you, right?
Well, the thing about opening a pickle jar is actually quite interesting. You can't say, "Hey, let me open that." Somebody has to offer it to you, kind of. Like if somebody's struggling with it, you can kind of just look and like, because you can't just be like, "Let me open that," because then you're kind of a bit presumptuous. But like,
Yeah,
maybe,
that's true.
maybe they got it,
That's
but like,
right.
it feels really good when they're like, "Oh, can you help me open this?" Then you're like, "Yes, yes, I can." That's why I go to the gym. That's why I'm alive. So somebody can ask me to open their jar for them. It's like that's the point of living, dude.
Well, you see now, once your friends watch this video, they're all gonna be going up to you now with pickle jars and
That's
wanting
the
stuff
dream, man.
open.
That's the dream. Man can only be so lucky.
And is there anything coming up next for you that you want to plug? Like I know you said you have the new song, but you can't really talk
I
much
got my
about it.
song coming out. You should pre-save it. I'm gonna be posting a lot about it in the next few days. I got a gig coming up, but the tickets aren't on sale yet, so it's not really. I just can't really plug that stuff. But if you just keep an eye out
Yeah,
on my social media, if anybody's based in New York who's watching this, I'm gonna be playing a ton of shows. I do covers with
nice.
my friend me and Bella. We play songs together, and like I loop the guitar and play solos, and it's a lot of fun. If you want to come out for a night, but if you want to see my band play, we're also gonna be playing shows with this dude Kevy and Kramer, and hopefully some others. My song is gonna be sick, and I potentially might be playing a show in LA in May.
Really?
In May, yeah, which is gonna be crazy. So if you're in LA, definitely keep an eye out for that.
Damn, okay, buddy. You got a lot of shows that are coming up.
Yeah,
That's
and if you live in New
awesome.
York and you want to come rock climbing, just come to the CRG on the Upper West Side, and I'll be there, man.
Hey, if I take a trip there, since I live in Philly, I'm not far, so I'll definitely come rock climbing if I'm around the area.
Yeah, let's go, dude. It's hype.
Definitely, man, definitely. I might even come out to see one of your shows too. Like,
That would be awesome. I'd love that. I'd actually love that.
all right, sweet, man, definitely will.
Awesome.
And where can fans follow you at?
You can follow me on my Instagram, at Spencer Arjang. SpencerArjang. You check me out on TikTok, everywhere, literally everywhere. It's just my name, Spencer Arjang. Yeah, same thing on Spotify, Spencer Arjang. Where else? Yeah, I got a website, Loki, but never mind. I'm too scared to put the website up because I have merch, but the merch isn't ready yet. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
but it's SpencerRJ.com if you want to check it out.
Sweet, buddy. Well, this has been so much fun. Meeting you and chatting, and definitely if I'm around the area, I'll come out and see one of your shows.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'd actually love that, dude. That'd be great.
Definitely, buddy. Definitely. So yeah, thanks again for doing this. It was really fun talking. And when your new song drops, I would love to have you back on and you could
I'd
talk
love
talk
that, bro. That'd
about
be
it.
great. Thank you so much for that, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
It's great
definitely,
talking
man.
with you. And goodbye to everybody watching this. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Have a good one, man.